The courtroom was silent. The air felt like it had stopped moving, as though even the walls were holding their breath. On the witness stand sat Michael, sharp in a gray suit, his hands folded neatly, voice calm, collected. He spoke with the tone of a father concerned for his daughter's well-being, claiming he only wanted what was best for little Lily. He painted himself as the responsible parent, said Angela, his ex-wife, was unstable, erratic, and unfit. People listened. The judge nodded. The attorney on Michael's side looked confident. Angela sat across from him, her shoulders tense, a tired expression on her face. She didn't have a lawyer. Couldn't afford one. Her eyes didn't fight the way her heart did. But just when it seemed like Michael's words were going to shape the court's decision, a voice broke through the quiet. "Daddy is lying." The words came from the back. A small voice, loud enough to cut the tension like glass. Everyone turned. 9-year-old Lily stood up. Her cheeks were flushed, her little fists clenched at her sides. "Daddy is lying," she repeated, her voice trembling, but louder this time. The judge blinked in surprise. The bailiff moved forward, but the judge stopped him with a hand. "Let her speak," he said gently. Angela froze. She didn't know what her daughter would say. She was terrified, but Lily walked forward. "Daddy says Mommy is crazy," she said, her voice shaking, "but she's not. She saved me. He always said if I told anyone, he'd say Mommy made me lie. But she didn't. He used to lock me in the basement when he got mad. One time, I was down there for hours. I cried so much I couldn't breathe. He told me I was bad like her. But Mommy isn't bad. She's kind. She waited outside my school 3 days just to hug me. He told me she left me, but he lied about that too. She came back for me." There was a gasp somewhere in the room. Michael stood up in a panic. "She's confused." "That's not true," he shouted, but the judge told him to sit down. Lily's eyes filled with tears. She wasn't shouting. She didn't need to. She just spoke the truth. Angela's face collapsed into silent sobs. She had carried so much pain for so long, been judged by her poverty, her quietness, her inability to fight back in court. But her daughter, her brave little girl, had spoken a truth that years of legal arguments could never reach. The court recessed, but everything had changed. The truth had cracked through the lies. In the days that followed, Lily was interviewed by a child psychologist. She spoke of the fear, the punishments, the manipulation. Her story didn't just match what Angela had tried to tell, it proved it. Full custody was granted to Angela. Michael was placed under investigation, and supervised visits were suspended. Angela and Lily walked out of that courtroom hand in hand, not just legally free, but emotionally released from the weight they had been carrying. Their life ahead wasn't perfect. Healing would take time. But every night when Lily fell asleep, she did so without fear. And Angela finally got to be the mother she had always wanted to be, safe, present, and no longer silenced. Sometimes, it takes a child's voice to make the world listen. Sometimes, the most powerful truth comes in the smallest, trembling words. And sometimes, courage doesn't come from shouting, it comes from standing up, even when you're scared. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to Kindness Stories. Because somewhere out there, another child is waiting for someone to believe them. Let's keep spreading the truth. One story at a time.